Good morning, everybody. Acting Prime Minister, Minister, Permanent Secretaries. Thank you. So, we're very pleased today to be announcing these two new projects, following on from our existing project in Bellevue, Chopin. The two projects will provide a much needed addition to the housing stock in Dominica as it stands. When designing the projects, we had to consider the requirements to be hurricane resistant or resilient, and also earthquake resilient as far as possible. Following our experiences in Bellevue, Chopin after Hurricane Maria, we're pleased to tell everybody that there was no significant damage or consequences to the structures which we had already built up there, in so much as none of the residential units, the roads, the underground services, the drainage suffered any damage whatsoever. Building on from that, we will be taking those designs and replicating the basic designs for 3-bedroom apartments, 2-bedroom apartments in Phoenix, Picard. Obviously, it is our intent that these designs will be, as far as possible, hurricane resilient. In order to further increase this resilience, we will be adding now reinforced concrete roof structures underneath what will become a decorative roof structure above it, providing an aesthetic architectural approach with structural integrity which should be able to stand the most of the extreme climatic conditions we anticipate happening in the future. I should also add that we are going to re-engineer Bellevue Chopin at this point in time to also include concrete roof structures to the structures we've already built there, and the further structures will have it as ongoing construction process. The units will be built of reinforced concrete in Picard. The complete watertight shell reinforced concrete, impact resistant windows, with hoping that this will put up with the worst of the conditions. There will be in Picard a total of 18 blocks of 8 units of 3 bedrooms, 9 blocks of 6 units of 3 bedrooms, bringing 198 3-bedroom units. There will be 11 blocks of 8 units of 2-bedroom apartments, being 88, and 1 block of 6-bedroom apartments, being 6 units, bringing the total units as designed at the moment to 292 apartments. There will be a sports field. There will be children's play areas. In addition to this, there will be a central commercial and office building, which really forms the gateway to the new development. This will contain 14 retail units and 22 office units, with the intent of these being to provide local governmental offices and possibly some private offices. The site at Picard is a superb site. It's very much level, it has good views, and it will be a significantly easier site for us to develop than the one at Bellevue Chopin, topographically, geographically, and in terms of access. The designs of the buildings architecturally from outside are the same as we are doing at Bellevue Chopin, and the main commercial office building will be a building of significant architectural impact for the local environment. In Roseau city centre, or Pond as it's known locally, again, this is a different challenge. It is a more constrained site. It is a site which requires special consideration, both architecturally for its location, taking into account the historical buildings which are already around this area. It's not, and we don't want to turn our back on Roseau's history when we're developing and designing the new building. We therefore have come up with a plan to do 4 separate blocks. These blocks will contain, they are 3 stories, they are 84 2-bedroom units, 16 3-bedroom units, and 54 ground floor retail units. There will be parking within the central plaza area. Again, they are designed, and it's a difficult design to consider in terms of it has to be climate resilient, has to take into account what happened in Maria. So our preferred solution at this point in time is to go for a steel frame solution with a reinforced concrete outer shell, reinforced concrete roof with an architectural roof over the top to provide the correct architectural integrity for the area. They are very modern units. Internally, the 2 bedrooms are in excess of 700 square feet and the 3 bedrooms are in excess of 850 square feet. When you see the drawings for this, which will be released, you will see we have taken cognizance of the historical influences, so it will tie in with the existing Roseau architecture as well as using the best of modern architecture, and it will also provide a architecturally important building opposite the cricket stadium, which will be able to integrate the cricket stadium better into the city centre than it is presently doing. So again, as in Picard, it is our intent, it is our will that we design it as a climate resistance problem. So we will be using impact resistant windows. We are using reinforced concrete. All services in both developments are underground. From an architectural point of view, it's obviously more attractive. From a climatic point of view, if it's underground, it's less likely to get damage in high winds. We, as the Honourable Prime Minister mentioned earlier, we're also exploring the opportunities for 5 further areas on the East Coast in particular, and these again will be new communities. They will be designed to be climate resistant, and we will use the models which are tried and tested and we know have stood the worst of Hurricane Maria up in Bellevue, Chopin. Okay. Thank you.